Good afternoon, ladies and gents. Welcome to Crypto Chat UK. Now, I am really happy today. I'm really feeling good. Now, one of the main reasons is sunshine is out. We are looking at temperatures going up, which is fantastic. First 2 weeks of May have been bloody awful. But not only are the temperatures going up, so is the crypto market. The crypto market has been skying. It's been going really good. We're going to have a look at that today. I am just going to do an off-the-cuff look. We're going to go through, as you know, the usual CoinMarketCap. It's the easiest place. Now, lots of people are looking at technical analysts, looking at stuff that's going on, where you should have gone in, where you should go in, when you're looking at the pullback and so forth. And we're looking at support levels. I don't do that. I do it off camera, but I don't do that on here because there's too many people doing it anyway. So we just want a brief look at the market. If you ever got any questions on that kind of stuff, you know, where I think the market is going to be and what is happening in the market, then you know my thoughts on this already. But you can ask me any questions. Don't forget, test me. Now, I am going to go live at some point. I know I haven't got that many subscribers, but thank you if you are watching. I really do appreciate it. But I'm just going to go some live. I'm going to have some random lives. It's going to be kind of ask me anything, and we'll just look at the market. We'll just have a bit of fun at some point. But for now, I want to have a look at the market itself, what's been going on, and what we can expect. Don't forget, I'm not a financial advisor, so do your own due diligence on any of the crypto that you decide to go in, and also the market overall. People do call it a risk, but I don't think so. I mean, I've done the math several hundred times, and as far as I'm concerned, in particular the fundamentals, including Bitcoin, are going to be way up there. This proves it with what's going on. Absolutely bananas. If we have a look at the overall market now, it's currently 211 billion. That's the overall market cap. Percentage of Bitcoin dominance is 59%, which is fantastic. You do tend to get growth from the altcoins when that drops a bit, obviously. But currently, quite a lot of the top have been getting these huge gains. We probably will have this pullback now. But let's have a look at Bitcoin in particular. The market cap has gone up to about 220 billion total for the whole market. But let's have a look at Bitcoin, see what's been going on. Absolutely fantastic price at the moment. As you can see, it's just dropped below 7,000, but it did go up to about 7,500. If we look in the last, let's take it to the last day for now first, and we'll have a look. I think if you look, you can see there, it actually went above 7,500 there, and is having this pullback. Now, what is happening here? We're going to get this pullback. There's loads of reasons for it going up. I've talked about the parabolic. I talked about it about a month ago. I showed you an article on that. One of the really well-respected traders, he was talking about a parabolic movement here, and we do think this is happening. There is other things going on, of course. I mean, we can talk about whales, but that's another video. But if you have a look at it, it's looking fantastic. If you think about it, right, we're looking now at prices around August 2018 prices. And before that, if you're looking before the huge high 2017, 2018, December, you're probably looking at November's price there. So we are looking at a really good movement here, guys. I mean, some super percentages. Now, is this where we get the pullback? Now, obviously, when you're looking at a pullback, you're looking at 40 to 60%. Or that's what I do. I look at about 40 to 60%, and then, you know, pitch some more, do some dollar cost averaging as it goes down. But what we're looking at supported levels, if you look at it, it'd be nice to get it at 6.5k, but you're probably looking at around 6k. If we can get supporting level at 6k, then we probably are sure, we're more likely sure that it is bullish movement. And that 10k that some people predicted for the end of the year will probably get there quite easily. But let's have a look at it anyway. I mean, let's keep an eye on it and see how that goes. But certainly, I can't see a problem being 10k. It'll probably be a lot more than 10k by the end of the year. But who knows? There could be a few changes. Everything else that's coming out, which I've discussed in a few videos, some of the stuff that's coming out for merchants and the stuff that's been processed and used, there is a lot more work going on. And over the last year and a half, 2 years, there's been so much work going on. And I've already discussed, like, you know, what will happen in the future with, like, obviously, companies like banks and stuff like that. They're all doing training courses and training for people. They're developing more training. Universities developing, even colleges developing some training for it. Of course, you need to. Blockchain industry is huge. Bitcoin is massive, of course. But you look at it at the moment. I mean, we're looking at a one-day chart, but you even look at over the last 3 months. If you just quickly look over the graph, I mean, it was 3,100 at some point, 3,200 at some point, right? And if you look here, it's just been steady, and it was boring. Everybody talked about how boring sideways movement was going on again. You look at March, and then as it got into April, we did have these a little bit more growth. Like you're looking at another nearly $1,000 coming on here. and it just got to, I mean, sometime in May, if you look at it, we were getting that growth and we were really happy about it. But in May, as it's coming on, don't forget, we made the 12 today. And if you look, you're looking at between 5,000 and 6,000 there. Once you got to this point, it just skied. And in the last 24 hours, it went really good. And so, what can we expect this pullback? Well, we're hoping, obviously, you can get at 40-60%, but we are hoping for support at between 6.5K. I was setting my buy-ins, I remember, for Bitcoin, when it was going below like 3,500, about the 3,000 mark. I didn't buy enough. I was too busy. Didn't buy enough of the Bitcoin. Always regrettable for me. Could do more of that going on. Now, obviously, if we do get to support levels, you are looking at bullish movement. Could it drop further? Yes, it could. But it is worth you looking at some other people on YouTube. Some of the professionals, obviously the expert analyst guys, the guys who do the TA and who've done it for a living. You've got to think about the guys that have done that kind of thing for a living. It's one of the reasons I don't come on here. I do quite a lot on the TA stuff myself in the background, but I'm not an expert, remember. I'm just a punter who loves the crypto world, who gets involved a lot, and who's learnt a lot over the last, say, approximately 2 years. I've just got stuck right into it. But if you want to look at the TA stuff, go and look at the professionals. There's a lot out there. Probably do a list of pros who are on the YouTube, on the social media. But definitely have a look at it. I mean, if you look at Bitcoin, that's how it is at the moment. So we've got to keep an eye on the pullback. As you can see, we're at 209 billion there. It is going to drop. It is going to drop. It is going to have that pullback. And as you can see, that's happening right now. But across the board, they've done really well. If we have a look at Litecoin, for example, I'm quite well into Litecoin. I've got quite a lot of Litecoin. I would like to accumulate it more. But if you look at Litecoin, for the graph, we're just going to concentrate on the graph for now. If we look at over the last month, say, for example, you can see how it dropped. End of April, I was looking at $60 odd, and it had gone up to nearly $90 if it wasn't around $90 at some point around there. And now if you look at it, it was touching back up, heading back up to that $100 mark, which is what we want, really. Yeah, back up to that $100 mark, and then has now had this pullback now, which is what's happening now. So what's going to happen tomorrow? Well, we'll see what happens all week this week. I'm really excited about it, looking forward to it, seeing what goes on. If it pulls back too far, if it drops below that supporting level, you've got to keep an eye on it. Have a look at the TA guys, see what they're saying. Look at several of them. Don't forget, there's some great guys out there, so you want to look at it. I would love to see this market stay above 200 billion now. Now, I'm not going to go through loads of these, okay? You can have a look at it. If you're not using CoinMarketCap, whether you're a beginner or a long-term investor, most people are. This is a brilliant place to get information. I've said it before, so make sure you do and look at it regular. I'm looking at XRP. I'm well invested in XRP, so I'm looking at that coming good. But you've got to look at this, okay? Now, when we were pretty naive, which is probably 2016, 2017, certainly 2017, 2018, and we thought it was adoption. When we had this big growth, particularly coming up to December 2017, very early part of 2018, we were all believing, for some reason, that it was adoption. If we'd have just stopped and thought about it. Now, I say all of us, certainly all of us naive ones, that we were fairly new in the market. I was just under a year in the market at that point. And I actually said, I was discussing with a few friends of mine, I actually said, when are we going to hit the $1 trillion market cap? Okay, and we got up to 800 odd billion, or what it was, when Bitcoin got to just touching $20,000. So we were looking at that, and I said late 2018, but I changed that to May. As it was going on, I changed that to May. That was pretty naive and pretty silly, really. But if you revisit the trillion mark idea, well, at some point, I believe it's easily going to hit the $1 trillion market cap. I don't think that's hard to do. And also, what's going to happen there is we want to see that $1 trillion market being like a supporting amount. So that is just, it will not go below there. Now, that will happen, I think, eventually. How many years from now? Who knows? But you've seen how quickly it can go up. Obviously, people FOMO in. Some of the bigwigs trying to get profits. But there's all sorts going on. And there's going to be all sorts of more reasons why this market grows, including reasons why the money will stay in the market. Okay, the use cases that are coming up, which I've talked about before, it's some boring stuff, but I have talked about before, and also the overall store of value options, the overall market as it's going along, and it is maturing, developing, maturing, younger generation coming into it. There's all sorts of reasons for it to be doing it, But at the moment, I am really in love with this market. Never have fell out of love with it, to be honest. I wish I had more money to put in on a speculative aspect of it. Once it gets to a point where perhaps it's merchants are just, I can go and do my weekly shopping on. I won't even be taking the money out. I'll just put my wages into it anyway. So it's not going to be one of them things where I'm taking out, to be fair. If I can buy a property, a car, my shopping, anything with my cryptos, Bitcoin, XRP, Litecoin, whatever, I think more on the lines of Bitcoin maybe, but who knows. I'm not going to need to pull it out. I'm just going to leave it there. It's just be exchanging old money for new. That's how I will see it. But let's see how that goes. That's obviously going to be developed more over the years. But let's have a look. One day I'm going to do a video on the $1 trillion market cap, and I think we should throw around the question of when we think that's going to happen. When do we think we're going to hit the $1 trillion in a more of a sustained way? Not the way we hit the 800 billion and we had the big drop. Okay, when are we going to hit that and have it sustained? I am looking, as my money increases myself, I am looking at other buying opportunities now. I'm going to keep an eye on them resistance levels, supporting levels, sorry, and also the resistance levels, of course. But I think we could very easily and very quickly break through and get into that 10k mark. There's a few people that predicted by the end of the year 10k. When I think they're predicting the 10k, will it touch it? Well, I think they're predicting like a real solid supported 10k. But let's see, it can just fly up there overnight. It can happen, and it can happen for various reasons. But don't forget to watch for them pullbacks, okay? Watch for them pullbacks. Now, I am getting off to go and do some... I'm going to do some more videos later today. I've got to get off and pick up some people now and do some stuff. But guys, if you do like this video, hit the like button and also subscribe. Please don't forget that. And the notification bell there. Don't forget to share the video too, because that would be really appreciated. I am looking at bringing you more content on, and more content's going to be coming on very soon. We are working on a channel. I've got big boards here looking at stuff. It is going to take time. We are developing it. If you've got any ideas for it, how can I improve the background or anything else, give it a shout. If you've got any questions, give it a shout too. I am going to do, even though I haven't got that many subscribers at the moment and that many people, I am going to just do a random live. And anybody who comes on, just come and ask me anything. We'll have a chat. We'll just have a random chit chat and we'll chill out. Okay. Take it easy, guys. I will be speaking to you very soon. And yeah, keep an eye on that coin market cap. Keep an eye on the market. Take it easy.